Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Building and Chatting podcast number 3. Today we are talking about Andor episode 6. And we're going to, or I'm going to be honest here. We're talking about one episode today, everybody. So we're going to do a little promotion for our last episode so we can kick up the runtime a bit. But so WM, we talked about Andor 1 through 5 last week, or actually now,
Yep.
and we went over that. So go watch that stream, or not stream, sorry, that podcast. To know everything about Andor 1 through 5 if you do not want to watch the show for some reason. Um, but yeah, just go watch that podcast, get caught up. And if you have seen the show, then great. Just follow along with us. But we've been through Ferrex episodes 1 through 3, and we are now still on the Aldani arc. This is the final part of the Aldani arc. Episode 6 is. So yeah, but we've had a lot of stuff going on in the show, and I've honestly, WM, I got to say this before we fully talk about everything here, about episode 6. I think Andor is my favorite Star Wars show. I actually think I can say this now. I think it's better than Mando. I know that it's like people are like, what? But it's like Andor has just been so good. It's been so consistent,
Yep.
that I can give this show a lot of credit. And boost those numbers on Disney Plus if you have it, everybody. Andor's not getting the love. She-Hulk is somehow better ratings viewing than flipping Andor. How is this possible? But no, I would honestly say, yeah, definitely watch the show. But WM, what do you think about Andor right now? Now that we've seen 2 full arcs, what do you think about Andor? Before we get
Cl-
into this episode,
Close second to the Mandalorian.
yeah, it's like I can see that. Like I love Mando. I think Mando and Andor are the best live action. Because I sometimes I don't like to count the animated all the time with the live action, because that's a different thing in a little bit.
Yeah.
But okay, so we've padded out. So we've padded out to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So I just think that real quick, I'm just gonna do one thing with Aldani, so we can get people a little caught up. Andor, this is the episode. This is the arc where Andor is helping the rebels on Aldani break into an Imperial garrison and try and get credits and money and stuff, so he can help the rebellion on that planet or help these people. And this they form a ragtag crew of people, and they train with Andor. They train with him and do all that. Andor's named Clem, and this is where we are now. They've trained. They've gotten ready. The lieutenant of the base is on their side, and they are breaking in. So this is where we start episode 6, WM. And do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first to talk about the beginning?
Um.
I'll
Basically,
go
we're on
first.
like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you
Okay.
go first then.
Yeah, you can go.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so they split up, right? Cinta and Dell go a separate way, and then the boys they go a separate direction, and so Andor's with the boys, and they're breaking it. They're the ones that are going in to fully infiltrate with Lieutenant Gorn. My dog is squeaking a toy. This is not good thing. No, I'm joking. But they break in, but they're Lieutenant Gorn gets them in. But also, the festival is going on. WM.
Oh yeah.
The which I honestly thought. We'll talk about this at the end, but I honestly thought that was a great set piece. I loved it. I actually loved how it looked like the TIE fighters and stuff that looked. It was
Oh
very
yeah.
nice. It was very nice, but we'll talk about that near the end because that's the ending. But they get in with Lieutenant Gorn. They're dressed up as Imperial guards for that station, right?
Yep.
They got costumes, and they're going to go in there, and they're going in there, and also they call them like pilgrims or something, but the people from Aldani that want to watch the summit, right, or the stars, are coming too. It's like a big annual tradition. It's a big tradition when this happens, right? It's only once every 3 years, so they're coming down from the mountain to see it, and then with the cover of this going on, that's how they slip in. WMD, remember? Oh, and also Cinta and Dell hacked the comms. So the comms are hacked, so the Imperials can't hear them. So yeah. Do you remember what happens next, WM?
They infiltrated.
They do. They go a little crazy, don't they?
Yeah.
They tell it. They sneak in with Gorn, or Gorn. No, Gorn lets them in and leads all the other men away that were at the front of the base. He tells them, "Go watch the summit, or go watch the stars." Right.
Oh yeah, and then
So
like the code is like for the name of the episode. It's like the eye.
yeah, and so they get out of there, and then Gorn lets them in, and then they get the main guy, the dude that controls the vault where the money is. They get him to open up the vault for them by threatening to shoot his family. Oh my god! What? I mean, you know what I love about Andor that no other show has really done with Star Wars either, though?
What?
It's never fully shown the gray at points
The
with
gray?
like the war, like how the rebels could also be kind of evil at points.
Oh yeah.
There's like with war, there's like it's in the middle. It's not like there's a good or a bad. Like at points I was kind of feeling for some of the Imperial people. Like you just, I think that's what Andor does so well. It shows truly what this would be like, and that's what's so great about Andor. And I think that's kind of what we've needed, kind of a fresher take to show both sides, and to show that both sides are not that good at points. Because
Yep.
we've seen the movies. We're like, oh, those are the heroes, those are the bad guys. But even in the end, even in the movies, good can become bad, and bad can become good. So it's like I think that's kind of a direction that Star Wars has always been. I've seen people say this doesn't feel like Star Wars, and I completely disagree with that. They're like, there's not enough aliens, right?
Yeah.
But when you actually think about it, Star Wars was never about. Well, okay, I understand there's aliens, right? But it fully was never about them, really. It was about Luke, Leia, Han. It was about the characters. But it was about the characters and how they interacted with the world around them, with these aliens or with that, you know.
Yeah.
But it was about your main character first and foremost, and then the other stuff came after. But Andor is true Star Wars, I think. Also, Mando is like Mando and Andor. But yeah, but they infiltrate. They threaten the vault keeper or the guy that can open the vault. And they get him to open the vault, and then WM. Some stuff that goes down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this?
Are you referring to
I'm
when?
referring. I'm referring
Uh,
to they get the vault open and they get everyone to drop their guns and stuff, right?
yep.
And then and then uh the comms dude, the commie boy, the dude on com, the dude on comms, uh, it's very staticky, but he can hear that someone's breaking into the vault, right? Their
Yep.
comms have kind of come through a little bit through through like where they are in the vault level. So he hears that and he sends a garrison with him down to the vault. In WM, they get the vault open. What happens next?
The stormtrooper guy gets shot.
Yeah, this is when everything breaks loose.
Everything breaks
Like
loose.
everything goes crazy. It's the shootout scene.
Oh yeah, the shootout scene. I was thinking ahead.
Yes, we're not there yet. We're not at the ending there yet, WM. But they get in the shootout with the commie boy. I think that's his name now. I think that's his.
The commie boy.
But they get in a shootout with him because they've beaten up the general so bad that he just falls over and then they start a shootout. And WM, do you remember what happens?
The main thing I remember is that one guy getting shot. Honestly.
Oh, well, you want me to go through it then?
Yeah.
All right. So they get in this epic shootout. Andor gets pinned down, but gets saved by
Oh. Yeah.
Nekamet, or that guy, the nerdy dude. Andor gets saved by him, and then yeah, I mean, who needed cover fire? The girl Dell needed cover fire, and so Tamron, he runs out, and well, WM, what happens to him? He
Gets killed.
he gets shot.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that was bad.
He got blown up. No, I'm kidding. He dead. My boy, he dead. No, that was actually a sad moment though. Like I like that character, and then they just kill him,
He's
and
dead.
then Gorn's dead too. Remember they shoot Gorn, the lieutenant. Yeah.
What?
Oh, remember they also shot the lieutenant at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
The one that was helping them. So he dies, Tomrin dies, and then they escape. So it's and then Cinta is there watching over the base. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
She stays there while they get the stuff out of there. So, um, what happens next? Get ready, everybody. Okay, so WM, um this is the ending right here. They get into oh yeah, the summit is happening, right?
Yeah, and then they're in like the ship, right? And then
Yeah.
one guy's wounded in the back, and he's like, "I need," and Cassian's like, "I need the numbers," and then they're like, "Hold on, he's gonna die," and then
Yeah.
he's
They
like,
stab
we
him.
gotta make the climb," and he's like, "I don't have the speed," but then he makes the climb.
Yeah, and the TIE fighters are following them because they have I think they said later in the episode about 80 million credits, which is crazy. But yeah, the Empire is after them, but they climb through the summit of the storm or the summit of the meteor shower. It's like a meteor shower type thing. It's kind of like the Northern Lights, really. If you want me to give a comparison, but they Andor is told to climb up into this atmosphere where it's getting crazier in this storm summit, whatever, the stars, and well, they get through it, but the Tie Fighters don't. They just get blown up to shreds. I guess Imperial Tie Fighters are not that good.
Yep.
I mean, we know this already, but they've been shot down 1,000 times super easily. So, but but do you remember the reason why nerdy dude gets his back can't move his legs and gets his back broken?
Oh, like
The money slides into him.
yeah, yeah, the like
It,
thing
it
in the back
slides.
when they're going, and then he's like his legs are numb because they fell like right on them.
Yeah, he got paralyzed by the money.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, so he becomes a cripple now, and and he's on the verge of death. They give him some steroids or something, and then they make the climb, and they take him to a doctor, and the
Yeah, what was up
doctor's
with that doctor creature? Was he supposed to be like just a human with 4 arms, or was he supposed to be like he kind of looked like Maz Kanata?
a little. It looks like a human ish alien. It kind of looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat, if anyone knows, like or like Blanca from Street Fighter, that something like that. It, but like 4 arms and stuff, more like Goro though, kind
Remind
of.
me of like the one guy, the one little creature from Solo, mixed with uh Maz Kanata, mixed with like an old man.
Yeah, it was an interesting design. But WM, we had a bit of a betrayal at the end here. Do you remember this? WM.
Okay, yes.
He's like,
So
I just looked at this particular scene right now.
no, no. So they're in like the farm place, kind of like yeah, like well, look, no, outside like the place.
Yeah,
And
set. What was his name? Sec or no?
I think it was Sek.
Sec. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
But
they're outside of the place where he's getting like worked on,
yeah,
and
with Andor, he's out there with Andor.
the other guy's like talking about how like they both have to like watch out for themselves and like only themselves, and he noticed right from the start when Andor walked up that they were alike, and how they gotta like just look out for themselves. So then he's like, we could like take the money and then run for what, like run away, and then
Yeah, yeah.
basically
He's
he
like,
gets the shot
yeah,
by
he's like,
Andor.
he was like, we'll split the money half. He said there's like 80 million credits in there to Andor. We can split it halfway, and then leave them in the dirt. And well, Andor does not like this plan. So let's just say sex neck whatever. It doesn't matter about his name because he dead. Andor shot him. Everyone's getting shot this episode. WM.
If I was in the Star Wars universe, I would like not want to talk to Cassian because I would
I,
just
I
get like shot.
listen. I would just go my own way and not try and get into any trouble because if I did, I'm getting shot immediately. I I mean, we love Boba Fett and stuff. We love these characters, but if we were like that in Star Wars, we'd be shot. We would be getting shot at all the time.
I would get in
So
a fist fight with Darth Vader.
yeah, like we are like so. We love this universe, but when you think about it, you're like, oh man, you'll die. But we learned a little something this episode too about Andor. He was playing that facade of like, oh, I don't care, I'm only in it for the money at points, right?
Yep.
But we knew this from Rogue One. But he's loyal. He won't betray somebody that's helped him, you know. So that's why Snack. I think it's Snack or yeah, Snack or something. He gets. That's why Andor shoots him. And WM, what happens to Nick? I think it's like Nick or something. Like what happens to him? Does he get saved by the Doctor or does he pass too?
Wait, what?
Nerdy guy.
I thought that him getting shot was the end of the episode. Did I wait?
You
Watching early?
dude, right after that scene, Andor goes into the tent with
Oh
Dell.
wait, I can't remember this.
Yeah, he goes into
Uh,
the tent with
yeah,
Dell.
so
This is the ending of.
he
But
tells
before that, no, well, no. First, we need to tell everybody what happens to the guy that got his back squeezed. Is he dead? Is he dead or is he alive? WM.
I'll let you do the big reveal.
All right, everybody. I like this character, WM. Oh, I'm already speaking in past tense. Everybody knows now. He dead, boys. He. Oh my, dude! Like every character I kind of liked died this episode. So
Yeah,
it
and
was
then
kind
Ander walks into the place and tells the
of
lady
girl.
about it, and he's like, "I
He,
want my money. I did my part."
yeah, and he gave her the crystal that Luthen gave him. He gives
And
her
then
that crystal,
and then she
and he
leaves.
says, "Take it to Cinta. Take it to your friend." And he
I'll let
says, and he gets the Doctor's ship. Do you remember that? He buys the Doctor's ship and like gets out of there. Yes, I just finished watching Andor, says WM. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Um. Hey, WM. I'll finish up, okay?
all right.
Hey, quick before you go, guys. WM has to leave, but yeah, real quick. Andor takes the ship. Buys the ship from the Doctor. Gives Adele, I think that's her name, the crystal. He goes and he gets out of there. He's pointing a gun at them too. So he's like, "Don't try and do anything. I'm leaving. I'm taking my money and I'm gone." And that's how it ends. So four characters die, and yeah. So that was Andor, episode 6. WM, what was your rating of this episode?
8 out of 10.
What?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm gonna say my rating and stuff. I'll talk a little more just to wrap it up, but you
All
can
right.
go now because you said
Bye.
you gotta go. Bye, man. All right, guys. WM had to leave, so I'm gonna conclude this sucker. All right, so Andor. I love this episode. I definitely think this is probably a 10 out of 10 episode right here. I think the last episode 5 was about a 9. Episode 4 is an 8. Yeah. I mean, these arc finales are really good. The Aldani arc was perfect, and I love Ferrex. We've gotten 2 arcs, so we'll get 2 more, seems like, because there's 12 episodes. So we'll probably deal with 2 more planets. So, yeah. But I really enjoyed this. And also at the end, there's a little scene with Lufin where he smiles because he knows that Andor got the money. He smiles because he knew he succeeded, and that is great. And but yeah, this was a perfect episode. I think I love this episode. Andor keeps on surprising me every time I watch it. I think it's great. Um so yeah, just thank you guys for watching. I mean, we do appreciate the support. Me and WM appreciate everything that you have given us for the podcast. It has, it's still small, but it has grown a lot, and I'm very proud of that. Just recently, we hit our first hour of watch time on the channel. Like public watch hours, we just gained our first one on this channel. So yeah, we have been very fortunate that we have had a very great audience to watch and support us, and yeah, but we'll be talking next week about episode 7 of Andor. Um, as WM had to leave very early, but he left at the end, which was good. But yeah, as I said before, we appreciate all the support. We appreciate what you have done for this channel so far, and will do in the future. We appreciate everything that you've done to help us get to this point. So I'm going to leave you off from saying, please watch Andor if you want to. If you don't, watch our videos or our podcasts on this here. But yeah, thank you all for watching this episode of the Building and Chatting podcast. This has been Bounty Hunter Network, and before he left, WM Productions. Thank you all for the support. Thanks for watching this episode, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.